What sound do you make when you're trying to think of something? Maybe it's like, well, that sound is what sounds like what's called a schwa sound. And we're going to be using this sound a lot. When you're making this sound, some things you want to be kind of doing, you want to kind of relax your face, make sure your top and bottom teeth don't touch, and you'll feel that middle of your tongue kind of rising up a little bit. Let's take a look at our actual text that we'll be using. Electric oven, a gust of hot air before the thunder. Okay, so we have a couple words that have this sound, right? We have electric, we have oven, we have gust, we have of, before can have that b sound, and then thunder. Let's now think a little bit about our elements of contrast and how we can evoke more of a scene. When I hear this, so electric oven, a gust of hot air before the thunder, a couple things that stand out to me. First of all is the sense of maybe surprise, sometimes scary surprise, like when you hear thunder and you weren't expecting to. But there's also this sense of heat. It's almost sweltering, like I get like it's just kind of discomfort. There's a lot of discomfort. There's a lot of heat in through this. Okay, so we even want to think about, what did I just do there to show us hot? What do people do when they're hot? They kind of fan themselves. So that might be something you want to do as you think about doing this poem, is you want to think about maybe fanning yourself, especially for the beginning when we get surprised. So that's something that you could do, for instance, right before that thunder scene at the end, is maybe we just add a little bit of a gasp, a little just to show that something caught us off guard. This also is something you can apply to conversations, times when you need to tell a story, times when you need to put someone in the right frame of mind for what you're about to tell them. Think about what are the sounds you can make. That sound is used to show surprise or shock. There's other sounds you can make for other situations that we'll talk about, but I want you to just kind of have that in your mind for right now. So let's think about how we could start this. So we have electric oven. So let's already maybe put ourselves in heat mode. Okay, so we're going to start off kind of just fanning ourselves just with our hand a little bit. And maybe to show that we're not comfortable yet, like maybe we're a little groan, like a Okay, and just kind of do that a couple times, just to kind of see how that makes your body feel. When you make that sound and you're fanning yourself, you can also kind of pay attention to my face. So I'm kind of like a face of disgust a little bit, like ugh, ugh, ugh. And then try to say the phrase after that with the schwa sounds. Ugh, electric oven. Ugh, electric oven. The next line, some things maybe we can think about. It's like a gust of hot air. Something that I think could make this stand out a little bit more. A gust of what? Imagine like your listener's experience. They're not going to know what the gust of is until you tell them. So to kind of play with that tension, they're going to want to know a gust of what? A gust of what? Maybe what we can do is we can pause right before hot air. It's like a gust of hot air. We can play around with speed a little bit too, right? We can go like a little faster on the a gust of. And then you can say your hot air part and go real slow. So all that together, ugh, a gust of hot air. And then to make it pop a little bit more, remember we talked earlier about the quick breath out, the gasp, the and notice that you can stop fanning yourself, and then you can just kind of do a little chop, and then you can straighten your face a little bit. So like hot air. Can you do that for me? So again, fan yourself slow on the hot air. And then maybe to show the surprise, what we can do is go extra soft. Extra soft. You can almost like whisper it before the thunder. So let's just do those last two lines again. Okay, fanning yourself, A gust of, fast, hot air, slow, gasp, and then real light, real soft. Ugh, a gust of hot air before the thunder. Let's put it all together, including that first line. Ugh, electric oven. A gust of hot air before the thunder.